Hello, dear students. Let us today learn about Napoleon. Napoleon Bonaparte was born on August 15, 1769, in the city of Ajaccio on the island of Corsica. His father was Carlo Bonaparte, an important attorney who represented Corsica at the court of French king. He had four brothers and three sisters, including an older brother named Joseph. Coming from a fairly wealthy family, Napoleon was able to attend school and get a good education. He went to a military academy in France and trained to become an officer in the army. When his father died in the year 1785, Napoleon returned to Corsica to help handle the family's affairs. While in Corsica, Napoleon became involved with a local revolutionary named Parsifal Paoli. For a while, he helped Paoli in fighting against the French occupation of Corsica. However, he later changed sides and returned to France. While Napoleon was in Corsica, the French Revolution occurred in Paris, France. The people revolted against the King of France and took control of the country. The royal family and many aristocrats were killed. Upon Napoleon's return, he aligned himself with a radical group of the revolutionaries called the Jacobins. He received a position as the artillery commander at the siege of Toulon in 1793. The city of Toulon was occupied by British troops and the British Navy had a control over the port. Napoleon came up with a strategy that helped to defeat the British and force them out of the port. His military leadership in the battle was recognized by the leaders of France, and at the young age of 24, he was promoted to the position of Brigadier General. In the year 1796, Napoleon was given command of the French army in Italy. When he arrived in Italy, he found the army to be poorly organized and losing to the Austrians. Napoleon, however, was an ambitious man and a brilliant general. He used superior organization in order to move troops rapidly around the battlefield so they would always outnumber the enemy. He soon drove the Austrians out of Italy and became a national hero. After leading a military expedition in Egypt, Napoleon returned to Paris in 1799. The political climate in France was changing. The current government, called the Dictatorship, was losing power. Together with his allies, including his brother, Napoleon formed a new government called the Consulate. Initially, there were to be three consuls in the head of the government, but Napoleon gave himself the title of First Consul. His powers at First Consul essentially made him the dictator of France. As the dictator of France, Napoleon was able to institute a number of government reforms. One of those reforms was the famous Napoleonic Code. This code said that government position would not be appointed based on a person's birth or religion, but on the qualifications and ability. This was a big change in the French government. Before the Napoleon Code, high positions were given to aristocrats by the king in return for favors. This often led to incompetent people in the important positions. Napoleon also helped to improve the French economy by building new roads and encouraging business. He re-established the Catholic Church as the official state religion, but at the same time allowed for freedom of religion to those who weren't Catholic. Napoleon also set up non-religious schools so anyone could get an education. Napoleon's power and control continued to grow with his reforms. In the year 1804, he was crowned the first emperor of France. At the coronation, he did not allow the Pope to place the crown on his head, but instead crowned himself. I will be also talking about few interesting facts about Napoleon. Napoleon is famous for being fairly short, probably 5 feet 6 inches tall. However, he would have been average height during the time period that he lived. Today, when someone seems to be overcompensating for being short, they are said to have a Napoleon complex. His birth name was Napoleon di Bonaparte. He changed the name to be more French when he moved to mainland France. He married his first wife, Josephine, in 1796. She became the first empress of France, but he divorced her in the year 1810 and married Marie Louise of Austria. The famous composer Beethoven was going to dedicate his third symphony to Napoleon, but changed his mind after Napoleon crowned himself the emperor. He wrote a romance novel called Clisson et